Hey everybody, I want to share a story with you all about a great friend of mine and who's also a great client of mine. And this is a pretty inspirational story, I think, on many different levels. Now, about 4 months ago, my friend called me and he was diagnosed with some pretty severe heart failure. There's a peptide called BNP that when this BNP peptide is elevated, this can indicate heart failure. Now, normal levels are about 100 or below. That's where the cardiologists want us, 100 or below. His BNP levels were at 2,000. So there was some pretty severe, intense heart failure going on. He was sick. He was down and out, and wondering where to turn. Now he found a cardiologist that's been really good. Cardiologist put him on Lasix, which is a diuretic. He was able to drop 35 pounds of fluid that he needed to shed because his body was just holding water. He was blowing up. And a blood pressure medication, and I think one other medication that was for his heart. Now, along with that, and by the way, this cardiologist was recommending that he put a defibrillator in his heart, and he was going to have that in the rest of his life. Now, my friend wanted another option. He pleaded with his doc. He said, wait. He said, I know how to do this, and I know somebody that can help me with this. Give me some time, doc. So his doc gave him the time, put him on the Lasix, put him on the blood pressure meds. And he did my plate structure system. Very strictly, he stuck with it, right to the T. Got to eat what he wanted, by the way, but the plate structure system, and if you haven't seen it or looked at it, you need to, because it works for a lot of different things. He also did exactly what I told him to do in the gym, because this individual had a tendency to way overtrain. And he's also in a very high stress position, very successful business person. And also there was a stress factor there. So overtraining, overeating, overstressed, overtraining, everything. Heart failure. Fast forward here, 3 to 4 months later, he goes into his cardiologist. Now, keep in mind his BNP levels, that indicates heart failure, his BNP levels were at 2,000. Normal is 100 or below. He went to his cardiologist Monday for a follow-up. His BNP levels went from 2,000 to 50. And the doc looked at him. He said, how do you do that? How did you do that? Quote, we don't see these kind of results. Because this cardiologist is probably used to seeing people just kind of throw in the towel. Doc says I need a defibrillator. Doc says I need open heart surgery, and you may. I want to be very clear. The doctor is the top of the totem pole on this, and you need to follow your doctor's recommendations. But there are also lifestyle modifications that you can use. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress management. Once again, the RR Big Four. Optimum exercise, optimum nutrition, proper rest, and stress management. He put these things to work. And Monday, his cardiologist follow-up, his BNP levels were at 50. And again, his doc says, we don't see these kind of results. So instead of setting a time to go ahead and put the defibrillator into his chest, he says, we're going to give you 6 months. Good work. Keep up whatever you're doing. And by the way, what are you doing? And my friend explained it to him. And the doctor was a little taken back, like, again, we don't see these kind of results. Now, my point is this, everybody. Again, if you're sick, if you have these kind of conditions, cardiac conditions, you need to have a great doctor. You need to have a great team. But do not give up and throw in the towel on what you can do. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, stress management. These are vital aspects of life that we all need to take a look at. And if we don't, then we're subjected to possible things like heart failure. So think about this, everybody. This is a really important message. Take it to heart. God bless everybody.